Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for another episode of Brawl News, your favorite place to get all the juicy scoops going on inside the Brawl Stars community. It's been a while since Brawl News, but we do have some interesting stuff to point out in today's video with potential update sneak peeks, as well as a few other interesting things to point out in this ongoing theory that we have going on here inside of Brawl Stars. So I hope you guys are all excited. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go. Alright everybody, so first things first, we need to start off with some of the juicy sneak peeks slash Easter eggs that a lot of people were pointing out to me yesterday when Nani was released, talking about potential update dates coming around the corner, as well as a few other interesting things. And these things were found in the advertisement fun artwork that was released when Nani was released. So let's get into it. Alright, so here is the picture at hand. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw this. It was in the news tab over in Brawl Stars, as well as tweeted out everywhere yesterday when Nani was released. And there's a lot in this picture, guys. When I first saw this, I knew that people would go really deep into this, looking at every single minute detail of it, because there is so many things to piece out. And can I say, as a little bit of a side note, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, how stellar this artwork is. This was tweeted out by Ryan. I want this picture to be made into a Pixar movie. I second that. It is so fantastic. The Brawl Stars team in general, whenever they're posting out these advertisements, the artwork just keeps getting better and better. So freaking good. So with that being said, let's get into some of the smaller details in this photo that could lead us to potential dates here for updates to come or significant things coming out here in the near future. So first things first, I think my eyes drifted to the photos up on the wall, Jessie's workstation. She's going ham on that Scrappy turret, and Nani is bringing in the lunch, so she's all well and fed while she's working. But there's some really cool images here. So first things first, as you can see, Pam is holding Jessie, and Jessie is a little girl in this photo. I love this because it solidifies the fact we already knew this, but Pam is Jessie's mom, but now we have like proof that Pam is Jessie's mom. Another thing that I did notice about this is that Nani is here as well. Nani being in the photo while Jessie is super young, implying that Nani has been around for a very long time, but just not introduced to the game. So he's been a part of the Brawl universe for a very long time, at least until Jessie is to the age that she is currently. Here's another photo here of Jessie a little bit older. We got Nani photobombing and Pam in the background. And then of course we have another picture here. Summer Pam is on the way, everybody. Cannot wait for this skin to be released, fitting into the whole other summer skins that we have in the game. Jessie shooting her with a squirt gun. So freaking cool. A few other things to point out, and this may be a reach. I saw someone saying over on Twitter that yes, the right figure is Scrappy, but we don't necessarily know what that left piece is. It could just be pieces, parts that fit onto Scrappy, this blueprint outline of what Jessie is building, but I thought that was interesting to bring up as well. Some other really notable things that I'd like to point out before we get into the biggest one, and that is of course the red Dragon Jessie skin hat in the background. Once again, kind of another little Easter egg of something that we already know, but imagine if we got this photo before we knew Red Dragon Jessie was coming to the game. That would have been freaking cool. But again, it just kind of solidifies the fact that the Brawl Stars dev team likes to put in nice little details like that, giving us that info that this is coming to the game here, more than what we already know, you know? A few other things to point out, as you can see, there's like pieces, parts in this box over on the far right of the photo. It kind of looks like Nani's arm, like the arm that should have been there, or maybe just another arm to a robot that Jessie is building. But you guys know that Nani has like a weird arm on her right arm. I believe it's like rusted and looks a lot different than the rest of her character. So I thought that was also a pretty interesting note to point out. And then other than that, there's a few other pieces, parts in there, but we can't really put a finger on what that really is. But if you guys do know, make sure to let me know in the comments down below if you have some speculation. Moving along, guys, the sticky notes in the background, I swear I was trying to figure out what was on those for a good long while, but the quality of the photo once you zoom in is just like you can't see anything. You can see little scribbles. Those look like hearts on the green one. The yellow one looks like a doodle of like a girl, or I'm not certain. And then that blue one, I have no idea. And again, if we were to try to predict or try to theorize what that actually is, I feel like it would be too much of a stretch. You can't really jump that much. And then getting to the creme de la creme of this photo, right smack dab in the middle of the screen, you cannot miss it. And that is a calendar in the middle pillar that is separating the two rooms. Nani in the back, probably the kitchen, and then this is the workshop that Jesse's in. But we have a specific date circled. So I want to give a huge shout out to Abraham SSJG over on Reddit for putting together a very high res image of this so we can break it down in today's video. Now you may be wondering, Ray, why is there two different calendars with two different dates? Good question. I don't know either. The way that worked out was the top image is the official one that is posted in game, and I'm assuming the one that you should be going off of. But this photo down below was tweeted out by Ryan when Nani was released yesterday. So there are two dates. The top one is the 12th and the bottom one is the 27th. Now, it's really important to keep in mind that we don't know what month it is, right? So it could be June because those dates haven't come quite yet, or it could be an upcoming month, something bigger coming along the way. I'm assuming if it were teased in something like this, it'd be something relatively soon, so like June or July. So we'll have to wait and see on that front, but really, really interesting. So maybe mark your calendars for either June 27th or July 27th, June 12th or July 12th. I really want to give another huge shout out to Olive Oil because really I wouldn't have caught on to this little cool thing that people found with the two different calendars if it wasn't for him. I just went and searched on Reddit for higher res images. So yeah, guys, a lot of really interesting stuff packed into one image. Make sure to let me know what you're thinking, as well as if you caught on to something that I didn't necessarily pick up on. It's a cool little conversation that we can have over these particular things, whether you at me over on Twitter or anything like that. I love being a part of it. It's so much fun to see this stuff develop. So moving along to the next bit of really significant news coming to Brawl Stars, especially if you are a Showdown player, unlike myself. As you can see, there is a Showdown map competition. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary there, but if you take a look at the second bullet point, as you can see, it reads, use the new rope fence if you want to. So it looks like we're getting a new obstacle here in Brawl Stars, specifically in Showdown, with the information that we have right now that I've been hearing throughout the community, such as Olive Oil making a second appearance saying, what do you guys think about the new rope fence coming in the game? It's basically a wall you can shoot through, kind of like breakable water. So the way that these are going to function with what I know right now is that you can shoot through the ropes, but you can't walk through them. And I'm assuming you can destroy them with obstacle clearing supers. So another interesting element here inside of Brawl Stars. So pretty interesting. Make sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about that. So moving along to our next bit of important news in today's video. If you guys haven't heard by now, but Hot Zone is no longer in the game. Ryan tweeting out yesterday, Hot Zone is leaving rotation again, with a very, very funny image. You again? Seriously? Was I a good game mode? No. I keep telling you, no. I almost wish it would have went the whole wholesome route like it normally does in this meme template, saying like, no, I keep telling you it was the best, or something like that. I don't know, but still pretty freaking funny. Hot Zone being killed off twice feels bad, man. And also Ryan pointing out that Hot Zone was always planned to be a temporary mode this season. We'll now look into the data and decide if/when/how it will return. We're of course aware that the lack of quests impact the play rate, and we'll take that into account. And I'm sure you guys can remember in the Brawl talk that they didn't necessarily say it was going to be a permanent game mode in the game. They kind of set it up for this day to come, but it was really, really fun while it lasted. I'm not gonna lie, guys, Hot Zone is probably one of my favorite game modes. I really, really enjoyed the changes to it since the first implementation of it, and I hope that the numbers influence it to come back to the game here in the near future. Guys, it's been a really long time since we had a new trophy-based game mode inside of Brawl Stars that stuck, you know? Present Plunder, Hot Zone, all not good. So we'll have to see. So now transitioning into more theory-based stuff, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. Now, where we last left off in the last episode of Brawl News, we were discussing just different examples that people were pointing out that kind of gave credibility to the whole amusement park theory, that all of the environments in Brawl Stars are connected to this one significant theory or theme, and that is an amusement park. But right away in the beginning of this really really awesome animation that was released for Tars Bazaar along with the Brawl Pass update. User over here on Reddit 2-2-4-1-3, awesome name, my friend, and along with a few other people that I noticed pointed this out, that these little things look like rides. They would have looked like seats, just like chairs or lawn chairs or something like that, but there are little coin slots on both of them, kind of alluding to, you know, you put in the coin and then it's like a little ride. As well as this whole Jeans Lamporium looks a whole lot like a gift shop of some sorts, which are often found in amusement parks. You got bins full of lamps right out in front with for sale signs on them, as well as another example of those railings that we've been seeing in Brawl Stars a lot as of recently, now that we've been noticing them. But another little side note, I never heard of Jeans Lamporium. Are we getting another environment coming to the game, or does each of the brawlers have their own little shop in this amusement park setting? I'm not quite sure, but really cool side note. And guys, the evidence to support a whole amusement park or a theme park, a carnival, whatever you want to call it, just doesn't stop there. I wanted to show you guys that Jeans Lamporium because it was really, really cool in my personal opinion, but there are so many different examples that you guys can go find for yourself. But in this example, the Ferris Wheel, once again making an appearance in that Christmas animation that we got a really long time ago, this image found over on Reddit. And this animation was made a super long time ago, everybody, so hinting at an amusement park way back in the day. And then to wrap it all up, this user designed a really awesome concept art of all of the different environments kind of coalescing into this one amusement park theme, and that is user Kinnon004. He posted this 8 days ago. So we have, I mean, Daryl's ship right smack dab in the middle. We got the quintessential Ferris wheel that we keep seeing popping up all over the place. We got things from Metropolis. We got Mortis's mortuary at the very top. We got the bumper cars that we mentioned in a previous video on the bottom right. A bunch of other things that we've seen inside the game thus far, along with the crowns concept that we also brought up in that video. Make sure to go check it out if you haven't. Basically like a prize or like an entering thing that would make sense to have in a carnival that you would see, like a paper crown of some sort. But I wanted to share this with all of you guys because I thought it was a really freaking cool rendition of what this could all be about, right? We don't just have these random themes in the game. Maybe they're all connected to one specific thing, and all the evidence for these like railings, the Ferris wheels in the backgrounds, the roller coasters, the uncanny gift shops, the bumper cars, there's so much supporting it. But again, only time will tell on that front. If you guys want me to keep you guys up to date on anything else that I'm seeing in the community, I will continue to keep searching around for fun things for videos if you guys would enjoy that. So make sure to let me know in the comments down below. So to wrap up this video today, I wanted to bring up the whole thing around the live stream that we brought up in a previous video as well. Be sure to check it out if you aren't caught up to date on that front. I want to make sure to do a tiny bit more digging. I'm not sure if I'm going to make another video on it. For some strange reason, I had some weird suspicions about it, almost like it was some person just kind of trolling all of us. They started saying a bunch of like weird cryptic stuff as soon as all this uproar started happening around the live stream, so I just got a little bit suspicious. But I will continue digging into that. If any cool stuff comes from it, I will let you know. I already have done quite a bit of digging and I know some stuff, but maybe we'll save that for a later video. This video is already long enough, but hope you guys all enjoyed it. A lot of interesting stuff around the corner, maybe some dates that you guys can mark on your calendar for a potential sneak peek coming here in the near future, as well as some fun lore going on in Brawl Stars, some theory crafting, baby. You know your boy Ray loves it. But yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. And with that being said, make sure to keep having fun in Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.